Hello. Oh, the webcam's frozen. It was working, like when I checked. 1 second, you'll have to look at my frozen ugly mug instead of my ugly mug. There we go. Okay. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. I've been alright. Been very tired and struggling with this humidity. You also got to bear with me. It has been how long since I played this game? Quite a while. It's been like over a month or so. Because I missed the stream before. So that's a bomb you can deactivate. I don't know. I don't want to do that right now. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna come after me now. Right? Well, I thought so. I just wanted to remind myself the controls on here. I could have sworn it was Q that let you use the psychic power. I guess not. Okay. Yeah, me too. Me too, Odd. Did I just call him Odd? What's his name? Abe? Something like that, isn't it? Okay, so it's not shift. Man, I didn't realise I forgot the controls this bad. Yeah, I'll know when I find out, because that thing will kill me, right? When you use psychic powers, it kills you. Oh, it's 2 buttons, that's why. Yeah, it won't allow me to use it in this room. I remember now. Wait, I thought they couldn't see me in the dark areas. Am I misremembering? Or do I have to crouch? Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Saw nothing. Okay. I can't just roll past him. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to do something with a mine. Oh, so I took it from turned off to turned on. I see. Maybe I'm supposed to leave them. Oh, but then if I climb up there, I can't. Yeah, that's not gonna work. There's no like secret way down, or it does not seem to be the case. So I can't use traffic stuff, which is that's what I want to do in this situation. What if I try? What would happen? Okay, let's kill him. Like straight up. Not behind.
Thanks.
Wait, it's just different. Why does this look different? This is different. This is a different place, isn't it? How did I end up here? I don't understand. What? What is happening? That's one of those creepypasta games. What the fuck is going on? Oh, something's... yeah, something's not good. I guess I'm loading back. I don't know how much to break the game this quick after returning. Yeah, last time I was playing this was 14th of April apparently. Did it just like not load the textures properly or what? Not quite, no. Trying to actually see where I'm at. Oh, that's not good. I'm trying to see what I can do. Oh, so it's a secret. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, come on. Okay, so they activated the bomb, which I thought must have something. But then what? Oh yeah, you can run and jump in this game. I completely forgot that was a thing. I completely forgot you could do that. In fact, how do you run? Is it E? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't remember how to do half those moves. Let's run. What sneak? Aye. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Right. Damn it. Close. Oh dear. I should run and jump again when I get close enough. I think that's what I should do. God damn it. Now well. Why is this happening again? Like, what is this? I'll load again. Gotta be honest, I was hoping I would feel this game a bit more after coming back to it after a while. Don't think I am though, in all honesty. I mentioned the stuff I like about this game, the affiliate stuff. But alright, why does it keep crashing? Oh! I've made it to the unknown stage. I can't believe my legitimate PS1 is doing this right now. No, it's showing up on stream as well. Yeah, very cool. The graphics have come a long way. Look at this. Oh my god. What's next? Suddenly an LSD dream emulator. Or simulator, or whatever it's called. Oh my god. What? Where am I? Oh, this is beautiful. Ah! Uh-oh. I can't believe I went in that pit. I feel like a fool. I mean, I was just thinking, probably done with this anyway for me. I don't think the game's quite for me. But, holy shit. This is quite a funny note to end on for it. So, I think I'm gonna do a different, small game. Oh yeah, by the way, I made a post the other day about, you know, can't find the Elgato capture card, and that's why I didn't end up streaming Battle Network. The bad news is I still can't find it. I still have not found that bugger. But yeah, so I think I'm going to consider this one a cancel thing and see what comes up next. If it's on PC and I can play it, I will play it now. If it is not, I will play something else for a little bit and change the stream title. Anyway, short, right? I think that's what, yes, because the long game is Undertale yellow. Okay, here we go. So I've got to go export results, generate. Oh wow, it's quite an overwhelming majority. Oh, the next short game would be Beautiful Joe. Bad news, it is on PS2 and I haven't found my Elgato. So I don't think anyone's in right now, are they? No, not at the minute. So I'm gonna have a think of what I want to play for a bit. Yeah, I apologise, but I think Cape Odyssey is considered to be done. That's a very funny note to end on, though, with it. The game got absolutely broken to hell. I'm opening up Steam. Should be something that's like interesting to see. Could do a bit of Celeste. I don't know. Well, I think I'm a bit too tired to fully enjoy a game like that right now. I could uninstall Detention. I finished that. That was a good game though. I'm not saying I didn't like it, because I did. Was it other games on my list that were I feel there were other games on the list that were just a short. Stupidest Vampires of all time. What the hell is that shit? Yeah, Spring's a short bit Switch. That's unfortunate. Last Word is installed. I don't know how long it is. I don't think it's that long. But I could have a start on this maybe. Let's have a look on how long to beat. 4.5 hours. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to play it all today, but I could do it. Let me retitle the stream. Just time to look through here. Yeah, with obviously the art style and the animation and stuff is well done. I just can't really get into it. Where is game capture? Okay, it's not found it yet, apparently. But it hasn't. 12 tiles. List word. It is not showing up. Why on earth is it doing that? It recognizes it. It says game.exe last word. Is there an alternative? Could I do like a window capture? Window capture will have to do. So I don't know anything about this game. It's a bit short. Excuse me, gentlemen. This is the estate of Professor Chatters, is it not? That's quite a name. Indeed, we've just arrived as well. The servants should be back out soon, milady. Well, Hilsey to let you in, don't wait up for us. I didn't expect to see this already. See what? This chit chat, war of the words. Well, it's hard to say about war of the words. War of the words. You know what those two fellows are engaging in right now? All I see is a bit of discourse. Wordplay is common enough at social gatherings, if not entirely expected. Yes, but have you never met Judge Boasting and Mr. McCall? I'm familiar with them, but we've never been formally introduced. Why? They continuously attempt to get the last word on each other. It's a pain to listen to. It's as if whoever speaks last gets a big prize or some such thing. That's exactly the point, young sir. Try not to play ignorant. This is a rather large estate. Only the best for Professor Chatters. Care to come inside? What are the other two? If we wait for them, we'll be out here all evening, freezing our smiles off. Come along. He shut the door on us, and after inviting us in. Can you believe the nerve? Oddly enough, I can. Hopefully the exceptional Professor Chatters will have a bit more manners. You've never met with him either? I can't say that I have, but I couldn't refuse his invitation. This should be a fairly high-profile gathering, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be a great boost for my position in the Masimbo Corporation. It's due time we entertained our host, Mr. McCall. I'll just remember something. Hold on. I need to remove last word. And Beautiful Joe. After you. It's very graceful of you, Mr. Boasting, but I insist you lead the way. I couldn't possibly, Mr. McCall. Mr. Boasting, you simply must allow me the pleasure of letting you go first. Of course. Of course. See what I mean? You are a bit ignorant, aren't you? I'm Witty Gorship. I love the names. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Seymour of Seymour House. A pleasure. What do you say we get inside before it gets much darker? Chapter 1. Hospitality, or he who scoffs last scoffs best. Not a bad virtual, not bad virtual strings actually. The anything's actually surprisingly good. I'm impressed. So this is Summer House, the state of Professor Chatters. Of course, why state the obvious? Should it be obvious? I've never stepped foot in here before. Good point. You certainly haven't. I don't let just anyone enter onto the property. You're a bit judgmental for a servant. Possibly. Professor Chatters has strict guidelines for who can and cannot attend his little get-togethers. There are multitudes of dowdy figures vying to tumble through that front door. Sometimes his guests have class, other times I must bite my tongue. Like now, for example. I don't suppose you've worked here long with an attitude like that. I'm a professional, Mr. Seymour. I've been here quite some time, and I never forget a frumpy face. I'll be sure to add you both to my mental catalogue of regular attenders. The others are up this way. Follow me. Are you ready? I suppose. This isn't exactly my forte. No, you don't mingle often? My mother handled most of these engagements. Key topic. Okay, learn key topics to unlock locked topics. She was the head of a Seymour house. I was a bit sheltered myself. Maybe I'll pick up on some of her skills. I can only hope. But maybe a glass of wine first. It looks like there's a transparent bottle tucked far behind the glass. Alright, I like the idea of the system. I'll have to see how it's implemented. There are a lot of wines to choose from on this shelf. So you're finding like conversation topics to talk about. That's interesting. This bottle of the bar is different from most of the others. What's there a cat up there? Okay. I guess can't interact with the cat anyway.
Yeah.
Tonight promises to be interesting. Quite a few new faces. Myself included. Most certainly you especially. And it's bothersome. I come to these parties for some real conversation, discussions, arguments, gossip. Honestly, miss, gossip, witty gossip. I know you are. I'm being condescending, but as I was saying, Miss Gossip, I don't think you have what it takes to hold your own here. You're serious? I am. Do you disagree? I most certainly do. Excellent. Forward to get the last word. High levels of the greatest art and advantage. Really, it's 11 lower. Oh boy. This is cute. Disrupt yourself. Ah. You lost Grace. Yeah, it's a forced loss battle. Well, it seems I've left you speechless.
No.
Be a good girl and bring me a glass of that 20-year Blanc. It's just delicious. Come now, show some class. Don't leave a thirsty woman waiting her evening nip. You can pour a glass of wine fairly well, at least. I commend you. Classy slip, there's no way obnoxious. Simply divine. As you're no doubt aware, there's great power in the ability to get the last word in a conversation. In that brief moment of speechlessness, you were susceptible to my persuasive persuasions. It's a positively overwhelming feeling. It certainly is. You didn't sound enthusiastic enough and it bores me to no end. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to strike up a conversation elsewhere. Find the lock icon. There we go. Maybe I should pour myself a glass of... So I need to find out what the wine is itself, right? The label on this wine is rather fancy. The fuck is this? What an odd design. Part copper, part rubber. I don't want to say what I saw. The crackle of a warm fire soothes me. What's this statue? Nothing apparently. There's nothing but flavor text. That's so silly, I love that. This is an awkward statue. It's a stone mouth that says Seymour House at the bottom. That's his house. Okay. Guess we could bring that up with him. A lot of his books are historical. The Fall of a House of Gorship. I don't see what I could gain for reading such blather. So we're now very esteemed, I guess. This small section of books deals primarily with military history. Does a servant really have an opinion on how other people talk to one another? My fine lady, a servant should do as he's told and nothing more. It's become a key topic. The Seymour House is often overlooked these days. Any idea why Master Seymour was invited? Even strangers, why you worry about the Seymours? It seems to me that the former Gorship House is less likely to be invited. But there's a reason for everything. Sit back and enjoy the show. Not now, dear. I'm trying to strike up a conversation with this rather stubborn servant. I don't think servants are allowed to engage in these types of conversations. Don't you think I know that already? I have 5 servants of my own. But there's nothing quite satisfying as when you goad the help into taking the bait. You're a lovely person. I'm a little surprised seeing you talk with Miss Prattle like that. Yeah, oh, Prattle, like prattle on. I love that. You mean just now? What of it? It's just, I don't know, it's like watching a fight. I didn't expect you to take part in it. We've just met, Seymour. I don't know why you're already making expectations. You're right, I guess I'm still a little bit flustered. Like I said before, my mother usually handled these affairs. Looks like I have a lot to learn. Well... oh my god. Common... Disruptive power. Submissive tact. Aggressive movement. Common discourse can be summed up in saying that whomever gets the last word wins. To move the conversation forward in the direction you like, you need to carefully draw 3 types of phrases. We'll be simple. Let's start with a disruptive phrase. The disruptive phrase garnered a small amount of power in the conversation. To really affect the discourse, we need tact. Now that we have some power, select a submissive phrase. But first we'll give the opposition their turn. How can I see what kind of move they used? Paid, what's that? Paid attention. Pay attention enhances typical politics. EXP is gained at a faster rate and new skills could be learned for consideration. Okay, interesting. The submissive phase reduced power, but it gained tact. This tact is needed to be aggressive without losing face. We'll go ahead and say an aggressive phrase and watch the conversation truly start to move. Oh my god. The more pegs shown over composure, the more the conversation moves forward when using aggressive phrases. Composure is important. If someone has damaged composure, they become more susceptible to aggressive phrases. Or to be more clear, aggressive phrases move the conversation further if the listener has worse composure. Each phrase uses a tone. The tone, oh my god, so this is a this is a fire emblem weapon triangle, is it? Damage composure by using a stronger tone. Once the speaker chooses a phrase, they also commit to a tone. The chosen word is shown as a shape of the person who used it. Well, that will be there the whole time, I hope so. Balance phrase choices based on resources, immediate effects on the conversation, and tones to gain the advantage. More information can be read at the save point. That's not a good move, actually. Alright. That won't work. XP. Feel smarter? I suppose. Just try to remember the phrase civility. St. Lauren's motto? I never learned Latin. It's not Latin, it's complete gibberish to the finest degree. But everything has meaning. It works as a reminder that in the civilized world it isn't what you say that matters, but how you say it. Civilitatum. Our nation hasn't sailed wrong yet. I'll try to keep that in mind. Perhaps I'll start picking up on some of the finer points as I go along. And so I told the young lady that she could have my hat only if she put down the revolver. Brilliant tale, Mr. Boasting. I'm sure that impoverished child you saved will never forget your deeds. Oh ho, he'd better not. Servant, when are we going to meet the professor? At breakneck speed, I assure you. Professor Chatters needs to finish setting up the equipment before his grand display. Invention. And let's say you tell us what this new device of his is, eh? I've been sworn secrecy, so I'm sure you'd expect. Judge Boasting, but your charm is noted. I encourage you all to mingle while we wait. The wine is out and corked. Enjoy it. It looks like we must wait a bit longer, Mr. McCall. It seems to be that way, Mr. Boasting. Care to grab a drink? I'd love to, Mr. McCall. After you. This is a small party. I expected a more varied crowd, didn't you? I guess I never thought about it, but maybe more people will arrive. The night's young. Select a key topic and gossip with Jess. Middle of the topic, all the new ones. There we go. Uh-huh. I couldn't possibly guess what Professor Brawler's is here for. Maybe we should ask around. So that's what a party's like. You're not familiar with parties? Not really, I don't host any, and the Seymours haven't really been invited to any since I became the master of Seymour House. Interesting, I suppose that explains why you're so shaky right now. Possibly, although I'm always a bit shaky. The wine is getting to my head, so... sorry, I'm not trying to make excuses. Please, help me practice. Oh, it's actually... difficult. Simple, I thought we were engaged in discourse. You can't give up prematurely. Try it again. Oh, I get it. What I meant to say was, I disagree. Oh. Huh? Just a bit too early. Oh, look, so I'm up on. I hate to do this to you, but it has to be done. What do you think I should get for my trophy? Well, you look spiffy in that bow tie. I agree, but I would like more than a compliment. Yes, what I meant is that I happen to have one you should take. It's handy if nothing else. Very thoughtful, Seymour. I think I'll take it. A bow? Is that like equipment? Now, keep practicing. You have some shaping up to do. I'll accept that challenge. Wines. Oh my god. And just as oblivious about this new experiment as you are, the professor's been known for his odd contraptions, but rarely does he hold a show. However, I expected this house to have a lot more sciencey things, sciencing about. This is all beyond me. Seymour House. The odd man with the glasses of a young member, if I'm not horribly mistaken, but I'd rather not talk about that lineage tonight. The party is getting dreadfully boring. I have the urge to leave. I see. So I've got to unlock that topic. Didn't I already put you in your place? I came here for discourse, dear, not to destroy the spirits of young girls. I might engage you properly in a few hours after I've had a few more glasses of wine. The noble professor is quite a mystery even to McCall House. Good evening, Miss Gorship. Good evening, Mr. McCall. I see you and Mr. Bursting are settling in well. Yes, we have a sort of history. He's a master conversationalist, I find. Verbally sparring with him works to my advantage. He allows me to keep up, I know, but one day I hope to have as much social experience under my belt as he does. That's a rather simple aspiration. I've had no lack of aspirations thus far in life. Big or small, complex or simple, I have room for all of them. This course could be a riveting sword puzzle. Let me show you what I mean. What's your opinion on professional boxing? This sounds like a weighted conversation. Excuse me if I'm cautious. It's an expertise of mine, certainly, although a new viewpoint is always welcomed. Then, if you must know, I think very little of it.
Yeah.
You jest. St. Loudon was founded on the principles of diplomacy, strength in words, not arms. That's a modern fallacy compared to the origins of humanity, or even Europe as a whole. We fought and struggled long before words existed. Boxing is a homage to our heritage. It harkens back to our origins, pitting one being against the other in close quarters. So much time and effort is placed into destroying another person, not just body but pride and reputation. And you think that because the activity is physical, it's somehow less than, say, a highly regarded debate at a university? Primal brutality can hardly compare to philosophical discussion. Allow me to assert the opposite. Right, gotta get absolutely trashed by this guy. I can see it happening. Oh, damn. For example. Oh, he's going to absolutely wreck me. doing. Yeah. I'm not surprised I lost.
Hey.
Usually this is where I gloat, but I found that it sells my chances for a proper date. Could I convince you into letting me show you around in the McCall estate sometime? I'll consider it Holden. The professor has a rich and fine history of gentlemanly, at least so I hear. He's rather reclusive. But he's quite brilliant. He says his inventions have been used in the front lines of this blasted war.
Yeah.
His inventions without doubt military device.
Hey.
Is it?
Oh.
Seymour House, Seymour House. It seems I should know more about it, but I'm drawing a blank. Ah, yes, the Seymour House, unimportant by the standards of the last few years, but not without interesting details. I'm positive Mrs. Prattle would have something to say about the former head of the house, but I doubt she'll talk about it here. Maybe once the night progresses, the wine will loosen her tongue. Let's shut up. Bursting cows are no mostly for politics and judges, but most of us enlist early on. You won't find truer gentlemen. Because of our position, we've always been friendly with McCall House, in case you didn't know. It's mostly administrative. Every courtroom in St. Loudon has at least one boasting on one McCall. Oh. So that means you're Judge Boasting, correct? Should I be calling you Your Honor? Absolutely not. Call me as you would any civilian. I only go by my title in the courtroom. Seems fairly chill. How daring! I'm afraid I'm leagues ahead of you. You stand absolutely no chance. Don't make the same mistake as Mr. McCall. Come see me later tonight if we're still here. So let me attempt. I'm quite excited to see what the immaculate Professor Chet Shadders has in store for us. Could it be another prototype of a war? They say his previous invention was purchased by the military almost immediately. Damn. Okay. Darn it. Who are you? Oh yeah, but right. Servant, please wait patiently while the incredible Professor finishes up his work. It seems a bit rude that he shouldn't be out to greet us himself, or that he shouldn't have his invention already prepared. If you know what sort of devices he's been working on, I'm sure you would eat your words. Learn more about his invention. Let's see him. Let's see. I definitely talked to all of them about it, though. No, definitely. Oh, that's nice. It actually tells you who has or hasn't been talked to about it. No, apparently I haven't discussed anything with Seymour. I know very little about Chet Shadders himself. What do I do know is that he's, well... I'll be more willing to talk out about this after I've had a few drinks, I think. Sorry. There's not much to talk about, really. My mother was the head of a house, and now it's me.
Hey.
So you've heard that the professor makes military devices? Interesting. Actually, now that I think on it, I remember my mother saying that Professor Chatters used to be a linguist. For the military. Oh, interesting. So it's something to do with words. Maybe like do translating. What's this General Sandoff person? So someone I can't seem to get to. Oh.
Nie.
You say Professor Min you mentioned for the military? My word. Okay. That wasn't helpful. No, Menong. A woman of your position might find examining such a dull gathering, but we Praddles have a much higher standing. I haven't been to a party with so few people and such little drama once since when I was a girl. There isn't even any music. What about the wines? Do they meet your standards? The wines are personally quite fine. That is, except for the Amberton. You can find a bottle of Amberton in any cellar these days. On the whole, Chatterton needs to work on his hosting skills. How he's managed to maintain Chatter's house is always beyond me. Although when I think on it, he hasn't really hosted any other parties that I know of. Interesting.
Nie.
Professor Chatters was a linguist. What a marvel. My husband is a linguist too. I wonder if it's possible that the professor's newest invention has to do with linguistics. Oh dear, my wrists are sweating at the thought. Actually, I think I may have heard about such a project in the news. Was it Professor Chalice who was working on communication technology? Can you imagine how the war would turn in our favour? Our dear linguists had better gear. This has gone from drab to exciting. Alright, so each time it levels up in all words, it unlocks new possibilities for conversation, I see.
Yeah.
The professor was a linguist. Interesting. I bet Miss Praddle would have something to say about this particular nugget of gossip.
Oh.
So you're aware the person used to be a linguist, eh? Oh, my word, this truly does excite me. I haven't heard worthy discourse in years. A linguist as a professor, like a professor, is just what I need to test my merits. Okay, he doesn't know anything more. Yeah.
Nie.
Imagine how much a grand linguistic device could aid us out in the field. My hubby would come home in no time.
Hey.
Word spreading that this great invention has some bearing on how we communicate. Simply riveting. I'm quite excited to see what the immaculate Professor Chet Chalice has in store for us. Could it be another prototype for the war? They say his previous invention was purchased by the military almost immediately. Rumors are spreading about Professor's building a communication device. Seems a little far-fetched, but we'll see soon. I never eat my words. From what I've gathered, Professor Chatters was in the military. He specialised in linguistics. Furthermore, his inventions have been useful to the armed forces for some time. If I'm not mistaken, it seems the Professor has brought us here to showcase another such device, a creation using the powers of speech. I'm sure you feel quite brilliant, but any clod with a misshapen cranium could have discovered as much simply by reading public journals. Your lack of tact is striking. Quite so, but words are often striking, are they not? It's how we gather power among our peers. I demand you allow me to see the professor. No. You are your servant. You must allow me to converse with the host. It's your duty. Is that so? You still hold that servants are unable to hold discourse? That they must remain powerless. Certainly, that's the way it is. Allow me to disagree. Boss fight. Okay. This might not work quite well. Maybe I should submit a little more. No. Let's be careful, but there we go. So this will be quite effective. Okay, and then I just need to win. Yeah. Nice. I think once I save here, that'll be a good place to stop actually. Because I'm fucking melting. No, well, I believe I made my point pretty clear. Now, would you kindly introduce her to the professor already? As you wish, my lady. What's taking him so long? Let's have a discussion with a latecomer, General Sandoff. Intriguing woman. I think I begin to understand the more complex nature of what Mother did. Did you give the last word? Absolutely not. She ordered me to do 20 push-ups afterwards. I suppose we all have our weak moments. Doubly so here. Seeing this environment of that servant is making my head spin. Speaking of which, that servant is highly peculiar to say the least. I'm beginning to have weird feelings about this invention. The professor would like to thank you all for bothering his heart for waiting as patiently as you have. And for those of you who have been rather impatient, well, I suppose you should be thanked as well. That's General Sandoff. Where's our professor? And where's this marvellous invention of his? You see, over the last few years, the professor has been contracting his inventions out to the St. Loudon Armed Forces. He himself was a colonel in the forces many years back, and he's never lost his depth of patriotism. However, his designs are fragile things. They cannot be shown to just anyone. They must be carefully tested. You mean to say... It's my turn to speak, General. Let's not lose our manners in the face of excitement. Spare us the rigmarole. Get on with it. Fine, let's get ready to what you have all come here to see. May I present to you... What the fuck? Welcome all. I have gathered you here to show off and test my newest creation. I lovingly call it the mouth. Besides being awe-inducing and beautiful to gaze upon, the mouth is, as you can plainly see, a unique communication device. What the fuck am I looking at? It's a bit odd. It's like a weird SMT villain. SMT demon. You may be saying to yourself that it seems a bit odd, and to that I scoff heartily. Scarf. You see, through a mixture of linguistic genius and electromechanical engineering, I've created a machine that can engage in discourse. It has all of the nuanced persuasion of any human, the charisma of a politician, the subtlety of an actor, the guilt of parental in-laws. All of this and more, controlled by me and without filter. So you see, none of you should leave until you've enjoyed my vintage wines. You simply must give them their due. And with that, I wish you all a good evening. I should have said, and with that, I wish you all a due. I do say his wines look marvellous, but I can't take away those on of the very first glass after you. My dear sir, she said after you. Dear heavens, he can't hear us. He's gone the last word in. There's a one-way intercom of sorts. I've seen these before in the trenches. Highly advanced technology, albeit only prototypes. Marvels beyond convention. That mad genius, now he can't leave until we've sampled all of his wines. Brilliant, simply brilliant. Well, you heard that fellow, Mr. McCall. Let me pour you a glass of this Ambleton.
Hey.
Of course, after you. I insist. Of course. Not so fast, servant. I demand that you tell the professor that we are not his lab animals. This experiment must be shut down immediately. General, I appreciate your service, but I can't tolerate your tone. It hurts my sensitive ears. This is no joke. I won't have a professor rendering us speechless like we're the enemy, perhaps. Well, I assure you, General, you're not the enemy, and this device is hardly for our enemies. Now do as the professor commanded. I'm sure he'll have more to say as the new progresses. That took a weird turn with this invention of his. Ooh. Why are we in the washroom? Isn't it obvious? I don't want to be anywhere near that mouth thing. There's no way it can hear us in here. It can't hear us at all, Seymour. What are we going to do? Unfortunately, we don't have many options. I plan to enjoy the wine and mingle. You? This talking thing is rough. How was I not aware of how the world works for so long? In the richer houses, it's not that uncommon. Seymour, boasting, Prattle, they've all been guilty of sheltering their children. What about Gorship House? Gorship House is now defunct. You could probably stand to do some research on the other houses. Your ignorance is techless. Yeah, I know. I need to grow up. I'm a pretty bad master of Seymour House. But I'll figure it out. I feel like I'm growing with every bit of discourse and I'm learning a few tricks. Don't make this an emotional moment, Seymour. I shouldn't have to keep reminding you that we've just met. Plus, we're in a washroom. Hey. Sorry, I'm still in the process of hardening up. This mouth thing is messing with my head. I'm finally learning the ropes and now I'm stopped in my tracks by some wild invention. We'll just have to keep our heads up on our wine with some others. Try not to worry so much. I'll try. Chapter 2, Hostility. So from hostility, or more than one way to enjoy your wine. Yeah, gotta end it here. It's to be melting. So is my brain as a result. Wait, where's the save point gone? Where's it gone? Oh, bugger. Well, you know, I didn't think it was gonna, like, disappear. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I'll end it there. Thank you if you have tuned in. Until this humidity goes away, these streams are going to be very short. They do not cope very well. But take care, everyone. Yeah, I could do some recording after this, but I'll have to see because I'm dying at the moment. Alright, take care. Have a good day. Bye bye. Bye bye. Where's the end stream? See ya.